In the present video, we are going to discussing about the definition and objectives of scheduling, terminology used in scheduling, and performance measure of scheduling. Let's see the meaning and definition of scheduling. Scheduling is defined as the time phase of loading which decides the duration of time for a certain work as well as the sequence in which the work will be done. This definition we will be see with one example. Let's consider the example workshop job scheduling. Suppose a machine shop receives 3 jobs. Job A, drilling operation, and operation time is the 2 hours. Second one is the job B, that is the turning operation, and operation time is the 3 hours. Job 3 is the job C, milling operation, and which consisting of the operation time is the 1 hour. Now scheduling will decide two things. One is sequence of work, that is the order of jobs. Which job should be done first? Second one is the time duration and start time and the end time. So sequence of the work mean, let's consider here sequence is the first we have to perform the job C, then job A, then job B. And time duration, that is the start time and end time will become the first we have to start with the job C. So start time is the 0 and end time will become the start time plus operation time. So 0 plus 1. So total duration is the 1 hour. Similarly for the job A, so second one is the job A which will be performed after completion of the job C. So next to second one is the job A. Start time will become the, so end time of the job C, that is the 1 hour. So after the 1 hour job A will be start plus processing time is the 2 hours. So 1 plus 2 which is the 3. End time is the 3 hours and duration of the job A is the 2 hours. Next is the job B. It will be start after completion of the job A and start time is the 3 hours because after 3 hours only job A will be complete. So start time for the job B is the 3 hours and end time will become the start time plus processing time of the job B, that is the 3 hours. So 3 plus 3 which is equal to the 6 hours and duration of the job B is the 3 hours. So by scheduling, here we will be define the time phase of loading, which means assigning the time slots. Next also we will be decide the duration of the time, which means each job's processing time, and moreover we will be find out the sequence of the jobs. So here sequence of the job is order of C, A and B. So simply you have to say scheduling is the which job first and how long will each job take. So scheduling also decides when the work will start and when it will finish. And scheduling is the next step in production control. In the production control, scheduling means arranging different jobs in order of priority and deciding the time and date for completing each operation. Next we will discuss the objectives or policies of scheduling. Every organization has its own goals or policies. In this regard, scheduling is planned in such a way that it helps to achieve these goals. These are called as the scheduling policies. So first objective is customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is one of the most important goals of the scheduling. Scheduling decides the completion date of each job and ensure that the shop floor follows the plan and completes the work on time. And moreover, delivering the order on the promised date is very important for customer satisfaction. So scheduling improves the company's image and helps in getting repeated orders. Next objective is optimization of cost. Scheduling helps to reduce and control cost. If a job is finished too early or too late, it can increase the cost for the organization. If the job is completed too early, so early completion increases stock of finished goods or work in progress, which increase the cost like the storage cost and the handling cost, and also may create the waste. Similarly, if the job is finished too late, late completion causes machine and workers to sit idle while waiting for the next process. This leading to poor use of resources and higher cost. Next objective is increase in efficiency. Improving the efficiency of a plant is one of the most important objectives of scheduling as well as the organization. For this, the schedule prepared by the planning cell undergoes a lot of improvements with the involvement of shop floor people whose knowledge and insight of the job which helps to improve the schedules. This can be achieved by grouping the orders together with similar components, requirements, activities and the setups. Let's see the example. An organization may receive different kind of orders with different requirements and manufacturing sequences. At that time, if we group similar orders, it is easy to save the waiting time of jobs as well as the missions. So which means there can be maximized utilization of the plant facilities which will improve the efficiency. Next objective is reduce variances in the transformation process. During the process of converting raw material into the finished products, there are the two main problems will occur. One is the overloading at a work center and the underloading of machines. Overloading at work center means too many jobs are waiting, so jobs get delayed, and underloading of machines mean machines remain idle because there is not enough work. Scheduling of operations reduce waiting time and makes the production process smooth and efficient, especially when one work center is overloaded and has too much of the work. Similarly, scheduling gives higher priority to jobs at less busy work centers so that machines there is remain active while reducing load on bottleneck work centers. In this way, problems of overloading and bottlenecks are solved by proper scheduling. Similarly, work centers with less work can be properly utilized by assigning them suitable jobs through the scheduling. And next objective is employee focus on scheduling. Employees play an important role in scheduling because their skills and ability decide how quickly a job can be completed. So different jobs need different employees. If an important employee is not available, the work may have to be delayed. In this regard, experienced workers helps others by giving guidance and solving the problems. Therefore, success or failure of scheduling depends on the skills of the employees. Next, we will discuss the terminology used in scheduling. First one is the processing time or performance time, that is the Tj. So performance time or processing time is the time required to process the job J. So the processing time Tj will normally include both actual processing time and machine setup time. So next one is the due date, Dj. Due date is the time at which the job J is to be completed. Next one is the completion time or floor time. So completion time Cj, floor time Fj. So it is the time at which job J is completed in a sequence. Performance measures like lateness and tardiness are functions of the completion time. So it is also referred to the amount of time job J spends in the system. So Cj or Fj equal to the Cj minus 1 plus Tj, where the Cj minus 1, which is equal to the completion time for the J minus 1 ith job, and Tj is the performance time of the jth job. So for example, we want to determine the completion time of the first job. So C1 equal to the 0 plus Tj, which is equal to the C1 equal to the T1, because for the first job there is the no waiting time. So Cj minus 1 for the first job equal to the 0. So C1 equal to the T1. So next we have to determine the completion time of the second job. C2 equal to the Cj minus 1 plus Tj, which is here 2. So C1 plus T2. Next we will discuss the lateness, Lj. Lateness is the amount of time by which completion of job J differs from the due date. So lateness is the difference of the completion time Cj minus due date, that is the Dj. Lateness can be taken by the considering the differences between the completion time Cj and the due date Dj of the job J. So lateness Lj equal to the Cj minus Dj. Lateness is a measure which gives an idea about the conformability of the job in a schedule to a given set of due dates of the jobs. Lateness can be either positive or negative. Sometimes lateness also 0. Positive lateness of a job means that job is completed after the due date. So which mean due date is required the, let's consider the 9 hours, but its completion time is the 10 hours. So lateness is the completion time 10 hours minus due date is the 9. So 10 minus 9, which is equal to the 1. So it is the positive value. So positive lateness of jobs mean job is completed after the due date. So due date is 9 hours. So after the 9 hours, it is the completed the job. So in the another way, positive lateness can be named as tardiness. So next we will discuss about the tardiness. Positive lateness of a job we are calling as the tardiness. So tardiness Tj, which is equal to the maximum time of the 0 comma Cj minus Dj, which is the, we have to consider the maximum amount, whether we have to consider the 0 to Lj, we have to considering the tardiness, maximum amount of the Lj or 0. It may be the 0 or maybe the Lj. That is we have to considering the tardiness. Tardiness is the lateness of a job J if it fails to meet the due date, otherwise it is the 0. Positive lateness refers to a poor performance. So in many situations, different penalties and other costs are associated with the positive lateness or the tardiness. Next we will discuss the negative lateness, that is the earliness. Negative lateness of a job refers to the job being completed before the due date. Let's consider the due date is the 9 hours, but job is completed before the 9 hours. Let's consider the 8 hours. So that means the job is said to be early. So negative lateness can be named as earliness. So lateness is the completion time minus due date, 8 minus 1, which is the minus 1. So negative lateness can be named as earliness. So earliness Ej equal to the minimum of Cj minus Dj and the 0. Among the minimum values of the Cj minus Dj or the 0, we have to considering the earliness. So negative lateness is a measure of better service. So due date is the 9 hours, but we are completed the job is 8 hours only. So it is giving the measurement of the better service. So remember here, generally there is no benefit is associated with the earliness because of inventory storage problems. So it is often desirable to operate under positive lateness only, meaning to minimize the tardiness. Sometimes zero lateness also there. Zero lateness means the job is completed exactly on the due date. Next we will discuss the performance measures of scheduling. First one is the mean flow time, that is the f dash. So f dash equal to the 1 by n into summation of j equal to 1 to n fj, which is equal to the 1 by n into f1 plus f2 plus f3 up to the fn. Next one is the mean tardiness, that is the t dash. T dash equal to the 1 by n into summation of j equal to 1 to n tj, which is equal to the 1 by n into t1 plus t2 plus t3 plus up to the tn. Next one is the maximum flow time, f max, which is equal to the maximum of fj, where the j equal to the 1 to n, here n equal to the number of available jobs. And next one is the maximum tardiness, t max equal to the maximum amount of the tj. So here tj equal to the t1 plus t2 plus up to the tn. So where the j equal to the 1 to n. And last one is the number of tardy jobs, that is the nt, which is equal to the summation of j equal to 1 to n f of tj, where the f of tj equal to, we have to consider the 1 or the 0. We have to consider the 1 when tj is positive. If it is otherwise, it is the, we have to considering the 0. So this is the introduction and performance of the measuring of scheduling process, and thank you.